Hello students. Today we will be doing a poem from class 10. The name of the poem is Animals by Walt Whitman. We all know that Walt Whitman is considered as the father of American poetry. This particular poem is taken from a long poem named Song of Myself, and it was published in a series of poems named Leaves of Grass. In this particular poem, the poet talks about animals and the traits which they have, but it indirectly hints at human beings because the poet regrets that human beings do not possess those particular traits. Now let us begin the poem. I think I could turn and live with animals. They are so placid and self-contained. The poet, if given a chance, would like to go back and live in the animal world because they are very placid and self-contained. Now what is placid? Placid means cool and composed and at peace. Self-contained because animals are happy with what they have. I stand and look at them long and long. The poet keeps staring at the animals in wonder because he feels that how can the animals live such an easy and a simple life. They do not sweat and whine about their condition. Animals do not work hard like man, who always keeps working hard in order to get monetary benefits. That is why animals do not work hard and whine. Whine means to complain about their condition because animals are very happy with what they have. They do not lie awake in the dark and weep for their sins. Animals have a clear conscience. That is why they can sleep peacefully at night. But man does all the misdeeds and feels guilty and thus cannot sleep well. They do not make me sick discussing their duty to God. According to the poet, animals do not discuss their duty to God, but man discusses about his religious duties to others. For example, if a man does charity to the poor people, then he has this tendency to talk about it or boast about it. This the poet does not like at all. Not one is dissatisfied, not one is demented with the mania of owning things. Nobody is unhappy or unsatisfied in the animal kingdom. But man is demented with a mania. That is, he is crazy. He is obsessed for getting more and more materialistic benefits and pleasures which destroy his peace of mind. Not one kneels to another, nor to his kind that lived thousands of years ago. There is no one who is low or high in the animal world. But the human society is divided into low or high, the strong, the powerful or the weak, and so on. That is why man has the tendency to bow down before authority, but animals do not bow down to any kind of superior power. Not one is respectable or unhappy over the whole earth. In the animal kingdom, everybody is respectable and everybody is happy with what they have. But among human beings, there are some who are respectable, some are not. Some who are happy while some others are unhappy. So they show their relations to me and I accept them. The poet tells us that the animals show their love to the poet, which is true. But man shows love while they have hatred in their hearts, which is very wrong. So the poet accepts the love which animals show him. They bring me tokens of myself. They evince them plainly in their possession. They bring me tokens. That is, tokens are the traits which human beings had long back. These are the traits like love, honesty, contentment, etc., which human beings have lost on their way to civilization. I wonder where they get those tokens. The very traits which are lost by human beings have been possessed or taken by the animals in the long run. So the poet asks us that how could the animals get those very traits which human beings had long back? Did I pass that way huge times ago and negligently drop them? So the poet in the last line questioned human beings in general, that did they pass on their way towards civilization and lost all the traits which they originally had and now which are got by the animals. So those traits are such which makes animals more precious to the poet. So, while concluding, the poet tells us that no matter how much man has advanced in the race of civilization, he does not possess the simple traits of the animals. So, the poet, if given a chance, would like to go and live with the animals and not with human beings. So, I hope you have understood the poem. So, we'll come back again next class. Thank you.